Hey folks, SpeedSaverCast here. Today we're taking a look at Abandoned Ship, which is another early access game. As you can see down in the corner there, it's 0.5.8082. I didn't realize it was actually this early access because it's actually been around for... Let me just lower that volume a little bit on the music. Thank you. This game's actually been out for a little while, and I'm surprised that it's that early access. It's fairly complete, as far as I could tell, from my earlier playthrough, so it seems to work pretty good and everything. It has some really mixed reviews from earlier on, but its more recent updates have been very positive. So you probably will enjoy it. It is... I guess it's kind of a strategy adventure with like real-time tactical combat, and it's set in the Age of Sail, where you use cannons and stuff to shoot the enemy ships. So let's check it out. We'll start a new game. We'll call it I don't know, Outcasts Adventure. Sure. Difficulty normal, I guess. Turn the tutorial off. Player-generated name. So this is by signing up to the newsletter, you can have your name added to the game. If you tick the box, then all the player-generated names from the newsletter will be spawned into the game. Sure, why not? World Seed, whatever, play. A wild chorus, the birth of a monster. In that moment, the final strand is cut. A burst of clarity. The horror of your recent existence dawns upon you. Escape is all you can think of. The tentacles flail wildly in the water. People drop to their knees, some through fear, others with adulation. Their god is manifest. You watch from your position of privilege on a private balcony. You notice your two bodyguards are distracted and enraptured. Instinctively grabbing something, you smash it down on the head of the first guard. Shocked, surprise registers on the second before he too is down. You're unsure whether they are dead or unconscious. You feel a drip from your fingers. You look down at your improvised weapon, a small idol of father. It is cracked and has cut your hand. You're drifting, but something inside snaps you back to reality. You have to move fast. The cells offer the safest route to freedom. You stride into the prison with feigned authority, no matter. The place is unguarded and their moment of triumph. Escaping alone would be futile, but... So you grab keys from the guard room and approach the prisoners. Who will you unlock first? So you get to choose like your sort of initial crew, I guess. Let's see, navigator, gunner, marine for fighting, surgeon, a sailor, which repairs the ship faster. I think we'll take gunner. We'll take the marine. And navigator grants a bonus to performing ship maneuvers. Surgeon is nice, not absolutely critical. Yeah, I think I'll take the navigator. You and your new companions surge through the labyrinthine passages. Finally, a door. Light seeps through cracks in the frame. Burst through the door. You close your eyes for a moment as the sea breeze brushes your face. Looking down the winding path ahead, you see what you'd hoped for: a ship at anchor. It was likely stolen and repurposed by the cult. Time to put it to better use. Alright, so you guys gotta get on board. And you go cut that rope, and you cut that. No, you get up there. You can cut that rope. And we're off. Dozens of furious cultists charge the jetty as you pull away, a high priest at their head. His screams reaches your ears and drips with scorn. Heed me, betrayer! Our father knows and sees you always. You will never escape his embrace. As he speaks, the other cultists disperse, no doubt to begin their pursuit in their own vessels. They'll be sending ships after us. Let's get out of here. You're in great danger while you are so close to Cult Fortress. Leave the area immediately. Alright, let's zoom out. So we want... No. Okay, we can't exit the map on those sides. So what we have is sort of... Well, first of all, I'll show you. Here's the world map, right? And then we've got these... I don't know what you would call this. It's the... exploration map. So that shows you this section, then you have to pass through the gates to load another section and so on. And then this is more of the exploration map. This is so that you can, this is the part where you can actually sail around. Ooh, what's that? Let's grab some goods. Is it worth risking hanging around here and seeing if we can grab anything? Anything else? I mean, we got some gold. That's fine. Patrolling cult ship has stumbled upon us. Man the guns, we owe them no mercy. So here we go. This paused. You can pause it, but this is sort of the real-time tactical fighting, right? So we want to get, let's see. So these are the different weapons. You've got, right here you got the two batteries of regular cannons. They do like some hull damage, some everything damage, right? Mainly hull damage. It fires chain shot, which damages the sails and allows you to sail closer to them faster. So if you want to get within close range to like board them or whatever. And then this one is, I can't remember what it's called. Grape shot? Basically it's an anti-personnel, so it kills the crew. Let's put you on that one. And put you on that one, and you on that one. And then we'll move up, try and move up closer. So this is long range, mid range, short range, and boarding range. Yeah, so right now, okay, we're gonna definitely want you go on there. Don't actually need somebody at the helm immediately. We're gonna have this one just sort of automatically, both of these automatically fire. These two have to be, I'm pretty sure they both have to be targeted. Let's see if I put this on. There's it. No, weapon has to be loaded before you can do that. All right, we want you to. Can you hit those guys from here? No, you're out of range. That's a shame. Okay, you take out their sails. And then move over there. You. Now you can maybe move closer. Yes? Come on. Okay, you're gonna have to get up there and get that rolling. So there's a variety of things. You can also save your crew positions like this. For example, if you want them to be in this position normally, manning these guns and so forth, you can click save on that. Actually, that's probably not a bad idea. You can use, once this is your maneuver bar, once that charges up, you can either flee combat or you can turn around. So you can actually have, like, for example, say different weapons on this side of the ship versus this side of the ship. You can turn around and use the different weapons. And then this is ramming. This is if you have a lifeboat, you can try and escape. This is harpoons. If you're at close range, you can pull them into closer range with you, so you can like board them and stuff. And this is brace for impact if they try and ram you or you're gonna ram them. Come on, load. There we go. Take out their sails so we can get closer. We're really struggling to get closer. Even with me shooting their sails out. There we go, that's better. You get down here. Start doing some anti-personnel stuff. There, we need hit them all. Yeah, nice. Can we move closer? Oh, we can actually ram them. Yeah. Bang! Oh, they're gone. Fortunately, being that close to them as they explode does not lead to us taking damage. Grab what you can and be quick about it. More ships will be on their way. So we grab some money and return to the exploration map. So they're still giving us a little bit of tip. Okay, so we move on to the next section. You announce to the crew that you need to take stock and are not to be disturbed. In the captain's cabin, you find some clean clothes, most likely belonging to the poor previous occupant before the cult had their way with the ship. Feels good to finally be out of your flowing ceremonial robes. You stow them neatly away, knowing that they may yet have their use. Examine yourself in the mirror. So this is where you can name yourself, become... Oh, you can't choose to be a woman. Apparently you can only be a guy. You can change your skin color, whatever. You can change your name. I'll be, of course, Outcast. And you can basically confirm that that is your look. Hopefully they're going to add some more customization later. You reemerge onto the deck and the crew snap to attention. We may have escaped to begin, but we are not yet safe. We must make port, then go our separate ways. It's me thereafter. You return to your cabin and slump into a chair. Moments later, a strong undercurrent of exhaustion pulls you into a deep sleep. Still loved and always in his thoughts, you were the first. But he knew something within you had changed. Thus you were marginalized, became a symbolic icon with no real power. You didn't care. Something in you was gaining strength little by little. The fog was clearing. Sharp knock on your door snaps you awake. Moments later, you stride back onto deck to issue commands. The cult fortress is far from inhabited lands. We will have to navigate through open waters before you can find a port. Well, let's, you're in great danger while so close to the cult. So we need to complete some missions or whatever in this area so we can unlock the next gate. There you go. There's a thing. So this is one of the cultist ships. Your current bearing leads to a head-on clash with a vessel flying cult colors. Hoist sails and engage. Absolutely. Can we move closer? Or are they trying to... they're trying to stay out of range. You start hammering their hull. And you will get ready to blast them with chain shot. Okay, get us closer. Get us closer. We're just moving into close range. Just barely. I'll do one more, I think. And then I'll move him down to the anti-personnel. And we can do a ram. Oh, that took them out. Bam! Get wrecked. Nice. One of the crewmen excitedly shows you a jeweled mug he found among the wreckage. The metal has melted in places and still feels hot to the touch, but it still looks capable of holding grog. Wow. What a deal. Okay, so that... No, that didn't actually release one of our things. I guess we have to find the exit. There's another one of those. I want to find the exit first before I go engaging with everybody. Sailing, sailing, sailing. There's the exit. So we've completed one of the 4 things that we need to complete in order to get out of here. Might have to take out some more of these ships. Oh. I could grab some money. Does that count? I don't think that counts. More money. Alright, you know what? Small speck on the horizon and it's moving. You sense the foul energies of the cult long before you confirm their flying colors. It's headed towards the cult fortress, so you doubt it has business tracking you down. Okay. So even though they didn't attack us, that is still counted as one of our missions to complete. There's another one. Let's just explore everything, see what we have to deal with here. Alright, there's really not much else. I guess we're gonna have to deal with both of those. Both of those ships. We can zoom out just to confirm that there are only those 2. Distant cult ship has been spotted. You lean both hands against a rail and stare at the vessel with unwinking concentration, watching as it maintains its divergent course. It looks like they haven't seen you. Make straight for the enemy, engage them, or keep the tiller steady. They have no reason to suspect us. Let's try that. You drop to your knees. It feels like a lightning storm inside your head, and you sense a massive ancient intelligence emerging from it. Scanning the horizon, you see an unnatural disturbance in the water, and it's approaching fast. Full speed ahead. Get out of here. Oh no. Run. Oh boy. Yeah, it's fast. It's real fast. It's real fast. You can't avert your eyes as the Royal closes the distance. Whatever it is will be upon you in mere moments. The Kraken. You're not prepared to best such a beast. Fight it off and flee. When your maneuver bar is full, press the flee button to initiate your desperate retreat. The bar around the bottom will fill up. Once it's full, your ship will successfully flee the area. Dun 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 dun. Alright, you start chopping at that thing. Start hacking. Now flee before it attacks again. Yeah, I don't know if I need to charge up. Probably gonna have to fight it a few times. At least it doesn't do a massive amount of damage as long as you start slashing away at its tentacles. There we go, now we can hit flee. It takes a little while for this to actually charge up as well. He might make it back before it completely fills. Yeah, he's probably gonna interrupt our escape. And we make our escape. You've wounded the creature and escaped. Somehow you feel in your bones that the Kraken will need time to recuperate before it resumes the hunt. You should not dally. Okay, we still need to clear out this one. Long formation of ships of the line indicates a prominent cult fleet. One of the smaller ships peels off to investigate you more closely. There's so many. We leave now and fast while we still have a chance. It was soon apparent that you had too much of a head start to be caught, so the cult ship returned to formation alongside the rest of the fleet. Okay, so we didn't actually have to do that much combat in this particular one. Whoops. So we do have a fairly big map here. And we're heading on to the next section. Now the danger is past. The crew bombard you with questions. You feel responsible and share what little you know. That creature, the cult worship it. It's part of what they call the Great Project. You refocus your efforts on reaching port as quickly as humanly possible for their sake and yours. The dull ache in your head recedes slightly, and you realize you can't remember a time without it. You feel more like yourself again, and wonder what it will take to banish the ache entirely. The charts you found in the captain's cabin show up nearby port. Land safe from that infernal monster. Find a port. What does this tell us about this area? If you hover over there, it tells you what kind of biome it is, the water. Water's calm, biome is subtropical. There's one port and 2 gates. So 2 gates. So that looks like 3 places to go from here. This map doesn't look particularly large, which is nice. Alright, that gate does not go anywhere. I guess that's why they're saying that there's not as many gates. Not every map can gate to all 4 directions, I assume. Anyway, this game is pretty neat. It's it's a pretty good piratey type game. Well, I guess technically we're not really pirates. There's a port. I'm just gonna clear everything else, see if there's anything else I want to deal with before we go landing there. I was able to gain a little bit of extra money, so that's good. Yeah, really not a lot of stuff on this map. Alright, so we literally have a port, and that's it. Okay. I mean, I guess we did get that one barrel. Alright. Once the ship is docked, the crew are seemingly reluctant to part ways. After all, they would still all be prisoners of the cultists, or worse, without you. You suggest a farewell drink in the nearest tavern. The first round is solemn, each unable to stop dwelling on their own morbid thoughts. Another round? Drinks flow and the tension eases. As another empty tankard is banged on the table, the crew make life pledges to you. You manage to secure a cheap room with plenty of beds upstairs. Once you've slept it off, you can all part ways. Your head aches more than it should, and unease creeps through your body. Heavy mead is a different story to ceremonial wine. Shall we call it a night? No! More grog. Shanties and ballards are butchered. Feet, and occasionally bodies, shake the tabletops. Just your typical evening in a dockside grog hole. Pour my next one on the ground, lads. I'm taking off. No! More! The game of blades inevitably ends with blood drawn. Money changes hands, but one hand refuses to let go, and so the burly innkeep helps him fast and airborne out of the door. More! Keep drinking. You desperately need to relieve yourself. You stand up sharply and grab the table to stop yourself from falling. Laughter ensues. The tavern is slowly leaking its patrons. Only the fiercest drinkers remain. Transient friendships are forged in fire and rum. Tavern is closed, with you and your small, swaying, desperately drunk cadre locked inside. You salute each other before downing more drinks. Time. You have no way of telling how much passes feverishly. Your memory of the last, who knows, is a careening blur. You think and hope these are the stairs you're stumbling up. Somewhere behind you, a dry heave echoes, and you fail to stifle a loud giggle. I may regret this in the morning. Tentacles grasping from every angle, no escape. They predict your every movement, attracted unerringly to you like a compass to polar north. Wrapping slowly around you, they pull you inexorably down, 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 deeper and deeper. You jolt awake, clammy, head pounding. Rum, surely? Yet it feels more familiar than that, more insidious. Something inside you cries out, and then so do you. In an incholat scream? I don't know what that word is. Your crew stir from their beds just as the door flies off its hinges, two shadowed forms crossing the threshold. To arms! Luckily, none of your crew were hurt. The pain in your head subsides. The two corpses are Halifron. Halifron? A nightmarish conjoining of man and sea creature. Superstitious folk tales made real. You've seen them before, but the crew clearly never imagined they would. Downstairs, the innkeeper is dead. The first hint of dawn looms upon the horizon. Slip warily through the streets back to the ship. In your cabin, angry discussion rages about the Halifron while you sit silent in contemplation. You know in your heart of hearts that hiding is pointless. Land offers no haven. The cult will not rest until they have you, and all free men under their yoke. This is a problem only solved by shot steel and willing hearts. Your best and only chance is to strike a crippling blow to the cult, to kill the Kraken. Tell them what you know. The crew stop and listen intently when you speak up. You explain that the Halifron have always been out there, unseen and preying on those who stray too close to the water alone at night. You tell them of your headaches and how you feel there is some connection between those creatures, the Kraken, and yourself. Your plan to go on the offensive and cut the head off the sea snake is met with a mixture of admiration and amusement. They are not the heroes of old, hunting mythological sea monsters. You cannot force them to join you on what may be a suicide mission, and despite their regret, they leave. It's just you now. You have little time to prepare your mission. Your first step is to visit the shipwright before recruiting some more crew. Perhaps coin will buy greater loyalty. So here you can, while you're in port, you can like repair things, and you can upgrade your ship. So here's your our current loadout. You can buy a mortar, chain shot, which we already have, grape shot, which we also already have, and round shot, which I guess is just this. Yeah, that's just regular round shot. So round shot does moderate hull and section damage, low damage to crew, very low chance of causing hull cracks. Grape shot, high damage to crew, no hull or section damage, and close maximum range. Chain shot does massive damage to sails, can be targeted at sails only, infinite range. And mortar, high hull and high section damage, moderate crew damage, very low chance of causing hull cracks and fires, can be used against sea creatures. So I think I'm going to pick up the mortar. We have one empty slot, so I might as well use that. Works pretty good for taking out ships. And the rest of it we already have. There's no point in changing that. We could upgrade this. It's like 30 gold to add an extra cannon to one of these batteries. Also go to supplies and see what we've got here. We can get hull armor, 10%, reduces damage by 10%. Harpoons prevent the enemy from moving further away than close range. Hull spikes help with ramming. And a lifeboat lets you escape. You can also upgrade your, helm, which charges the maneuver bar faster. You can upgrade your masts so that you move faster. And you can upgrade the sick base that heals your crew faster as well. I think I'm going to go for the hull spikes. And we don't have enough money for that. I'm not going to bother getting that. And for that, this is actually really good. I'm going to upgrade that. That's basically all of our money. Also check out the shipwright. Here's all the ships. I'm not exactly sure what ship you start with. I mean, it's got four batteries. See, this one only has 2, like one on each side, right? Available slots. That's a cutter. So I guess if we lose our ship, you would probably start with one of these, right? You got a schooner. That has 4 cannon batteries. Okay. Then there's that one. That one. Sloop. They have like more and more hull health. Frigates. That can have 2 mortars. That's kind of nice. That can also have 2 mortars. The sloop is the smallest one, capable of 3 masts. So since we can take 3 masts, maybe this is our ship. It's hard to tell. Galleons have, again, just more hull, and a man of war. So that's that. And then these are the open slots. You make your way to the dockside taverns and notice a few cultists in the midday bustle. It's easy for you to slip by unnoticed. It's harder, however, to resist slipping your dagger into one of them. Approaching a tavern door, a hand grabs your shoulder. You pivot, primed to fight, only to be faced with your former crew. Captain, these cultists seem to have tarred us with your brush. We might all be safer together now. Plus, be a shame if we were left out of the songs about you. They hand you a small, heavy pouch to put towards hiring an extra hand. You agree to meet back at the ship once you've checked for any potential recruits in the tavern. So here we can hire more guys. So there's me. This is my current abilities and stuff. I'm basically got 2 in everything. We've got the gunner, who's got 2 in gunnery, and Birch's got the 2 in fight, and Stan that's got the 2 in navigation. So we could buy like another gunner, or a sailor who can do more repairs, or this guy can do more fighting. When I was playing before, we get attacked quite often by Halifron, so it would be nice when fighting them to have an extra Marine. But then we do fight a lot of ships as well, so the gunnery is nice. If I got a gunner, then I could have one on each of the main guns. I don't actually have the money for a gunner. Well, that stinks. I mean, I don't have to hire somebody. I already have 4. It's not too bad. So you can have a maximum of 6. We don't also have all that much food, so you know what? Forget it. You leave towards the docks, which are swarming with a growing crowd. Dozens of ships flying the cultist insignia are approaching. Curiosity and tension is palpable. Time to leave. But, do I get a chance to save? Probably not. No. Several ships seem to have had a similar idea, attempting to escape the incoming cult vessels. Some slow down and surrender, others speed past the blockade, while some engage in bloody battle. The cultist ship bearing down fast doesn't leave you much choice. Shot and steel, lads! Okay. Can I move in? No, they're gonna try and keep their distance. Yeah, they got a Halifron on board. That is most unfortunate. Fire at the sails. They're trying to move away. That's interesting. Oh, there comes one of the damn Halifron. They swim like the frickin' wind. Everybody, get ready to kill that thing. Alright. Sometimes they explode. So let's just move. You do that. You do this. Okay. You get down there, and you over here. You fire that. Oh, taking on water. You can go, oops, go repair that. Yeah, they're really being quite successful at keeping their distance. Okay, you can get on there. I don't know if we're ever gonna. Can we move into mid-range at all? Wow. Yeah, definitely struggling. Yep. I try to move into closer range. There. That's working a little better. You know what? Go over here. You go there. And then we're going to just...
Brace for impact!
Brace! Nice. Oh, I didn't realize he was repairing. Oh, well. Alright, repair, I guess. Can't you man this instead? No? Oh, one guy went overboard. Let's see if I can hit both of those guys. There you go. Oh, the ship is almost done. So close. Hit both of them. There you go. It's done. You can go, I guess, get yourself up, and you do the same. And you go pump water off the ship. The fleeing vessels dealt with. 3 more cult ships tack towards you. You rapidly raise the sails. Get all that water out. Good. Okay, so we are done. The bar highlighted at the bottom of the screen represents how close the cult are tracking you down. Once all the bars and the cult symbol are fully lit, you will be chased by either a cult ship, the Halifron, or the Kraken itself. When dealing with events using the cult symbol, you can decrease the bar by defeating the enemy. If, however, you flee, the cult will be onto you and the bar will increase. Okay, so we could attack. There's a couple of ships we can actually attack. And we have to do that in the next episode. So thank you very much for joining me. If you liked this, hit the like button. If we get at least 5 likes, I will do another video. And if it gets 50 views, I will also do another video. So thank you very much for joining me, and we will see you soon. Take care.